Just Motivation series, part 4. I wanted to do the live outside. I'm down at the Missouri River, but it's having its way right now with the weather. Raining too hard. That's okay. That reminds me of a quote by Denzel Washington. When you pray for the rain, be prepared for the mud too. And that's just meaning when you do get hints of when your blessing is arriving, that's when the attack's going to begin. That's when people are going to start having something to say about what your goals are, what your aspirations are. But we can't let that deter us. We can't let that take us off our path at all. I'm very encouraged today. I've entered in the process of looking at some properties. Would like to take this channel, my wife and I's life, to the next level. And that's where prayer and continued renewal of my faith with God is going to put it at that next level. Because 10 times out of 10, you put that prayer in, soon before you know it, there's going to be hints of small things happening in your life. Going to be hints that God is moving. Because you said that prayer. You talked about that prayer. And you knew that's what you wanted. My wife and I have already talked about having our own property. I don't know if I want to go as far as having a homestead or something like that. But I feel really encouraged. I feel really motivated today in regard to going to the next level for myself, because that's who we're in competition with. And that's what I want you to continue to realize, that you're just in competition with yourself. Who you were yesterday was yesterday, but who you are today, you have a chance to beat yesterday. Oh, how you doing? How you doing there, Roblox? Good morning, everybody. Man, I wanted to do that live outside so bad because, I mean, it is throwing down out here. Check this out, guys. I wanted to go down by the riverside and do some things down there. You know, but it's storming. I don't know how bad it's going to be, and I really don't want to risk like getting washed away or something like that. It's like the utmost. I'm really like excited for what this channel's doing. I'm excited for the people that I've been meeting online. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I said hi. See, King Fam, yeah. All right. I really would like to go out there, man. But I didn't bring my jacket or whatever. I guess a little bit underprepared, but sometimes you just gotta just go for it. You know what I mean? Even a stumble is a step, guys. You guys are like taking an initiative to step forward with yourself, because there's always somebody out there that's in a worse predicament than you. You know, that's encouraging on a standpoint. You know, I'm not going off of thinking down on what somebody else is going through. I'm just thinking of the type that I'm using what they're being involved with in their life as motivation for me not to go away. You know, because our parents always told us, you know, that fire is hot. You know, that fire is hot. So I don't have to reach in and feel the heat for myself. I realize that by the mistakes that folks around me have made. But I continue to be optimistic on what's going on. I'm continuing to be thankful for all the things that's happening in my life, not only with my social media, with my personal life, with my wife. My wife has been promoted at her job, so we're doing really good. From a standpoint, we're just encouraging one another. Like, I just want to encourage everybody that ever tunes in to me. We don't need to have all the answers. All we need to do is just keep on pursuing the things that we feel is our purpose. We need to grant encouragement for one another. We need to look in the mirror and say today that, King Fam, today's going to be one of your best days, brother. One of your best days. And Jesus is King. I agree with you on that. I can't never dispute Jesus is King. I'm with that all the way. Oh, hi. You said hi. Hi. How you doing now? Everybody, I'm just thankful. This is Keith Rowland. If this sort of material resonates with you, I'm a cancer survivor. I feel like I've walked a mile in some people's shoes about some of the things that they're going through in life. But I also want to realize that I'm open-minded on improvement of not only myself, but my channel, the way I present things, the way that I approach people. And, and he is correct. I'd like for everybody to like and subscribe. I'd like to continue to encourage you yourself, but I'd also like to receive encouragement from the comments, encouragement from the continued subscribers and so on and so forth, because I've almost reached the plateau to where this channel is going to be monetized. And that's something that is a blessing in itself. Guys, to be able to do this, not only as a passion, because I feel like when God spared me from stage 4 prostate cancer and gave me a renewed step in life, it just wanted me to encourage other people, stand in the gap for other people, intercessory, because it's easy to just pray for ourselves. It's easy to, what's that say? You have almost 7,000 subs and use your, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. C3D printing. Man, that is nice. I appreciate that a lot. And, we need to go back and forth and encourage one another, because whether or not, there's pros and cons with everything. But with this internet and being online, guys, we're all neighbors now. I used to only speak, oh, thank you. I appreciate you, man. And hearing something like that, that's encouraging to me, because, you always think you have to have all the bells and whistles and all the fancy things that everybody else has when they go live and stuff. But no, that's one of the things that I've been talking about. What we are and what we represent and what we bring to the table is enough. We have enough already. We could always use more. I mean, that's always available. We could always use more, but what we have is enough. What we have is enough, and we need to continue to be optimistic to go to that next level. We need to encourage other people that are doing some of the same things that we are, because it's amazing. We're all following the same Jesus, and we're all on the same path of wanting to do something positive, not only for ourselves, but for our family and for the people that have affected us in our life. Those things are instrumental. My mantra, or carrying the mantle for my family, is trying to be half the man that my grandfather was. My grandfather had a dump truck business. I think they ran a bed and breakfast. He owned like 5 or 6 houses at one time, and he ran a full family. That right there. And then he took time out to mentor me when I was younger, because, I'm some of us, we didn't have no dads at home, but there's a lot of good guys, a lot of good men that come to us in our life that can help us with a lot of things. And we need to take that encouragement from those individuals, whether it be some people at church, whether it be some people that you work with. Sometimes you look over on the line of a guy next to you, and he might not be as bubbly as he was, yesterday. You know, just tell him, man, it's all right, man. This go ahead and just keep on pushing, man. Keep on pushing with it. It doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? You're going to make it. You're here today. That means there's a chance for improvement because we're here today. We woke up today. I like to been all fancy, standing down by the river and stuff, doing a live and everything. But, I'm in the car down by the river. So I guess that's the same effect. I could turn around and show you the screen. I mean, look at that. The river's going, the rain's coming, and the water is just rushing down. I think it comes down from North Dakota and South Dakota. Then it flows down through here. And sometimes when they get those snows real bad up there, man, it can mess up this area real bad. I had a chance to get some land that was close to the river, but it was too low. That is nice down there. I mean, there's a lot of spots down there that they put down there so you can go fishing. To me, I always wear a life jacket next to the river. I mean, you're not in a boat, but I take my grandkids with me and stuff. If they was to happen to fall in, I don't care, whatever. I'm jumping in after them. So I just keep a life jacket on just to be sure. You never do. I was in the service and called myself being a good swimmer, but the only really good swimmers are the fish. So let's get that understood. Oh man, that's just. But some of the people that I've met online, like you guys being in the chat and us just bouncing karma and encouragement off of one another. Guys, man, go on out there and have your best day, man. Darn it. Control VR rap or yeet. Okay. All right. I appreciate you. Do you do any lives and stuff with your channel? From time to time, just pop in and let someone know what some of you guys are doing. I'm not expecting everybody just to come by my channel, and I can come by some of you guys' channel. As you've seen, I've liked some of y'all's material, and it's in different niches than what I'm doing. Oh, you don't do it anymore? Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. You do lives all the time? Oh, okay. CD printing, 3D printing. Okay, well that's cool. I'm gonna have to check you out sometime, man. I'm interested in that kind of stuff. It's pretty neat, but I don't have any equipment or stuff like that. But it's always neat to see what other people are doing, so you can just, I don't know, well you put a face and a name to some words going across the screen. I mean, it means a lot when you see the words going across the screen, but when you click on somebody's channel and their page and then see them smiling there, or they're doing something at their job or something like that, that's encouraging to me, because anybody that gets encouraged by me, I'm getting encouraged by them. You just have a computer? Oh, okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with having a computer. Do you know that you can buy little things from that place called Temu? I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's little switchers to where you can put little cameras. Like if you was doing a live and you wanted to interview somebody, the best thing for you to do would be to get 3 cameras. One camera will be pointed at y'all when you were just talking in general on what the subject would be. And you got a VR? Yeah, I haven't quite got one of those yet. I've seen some advertisements on this. I just got a drone, and I wanted to learn how to fly my drone with the VR. I know that's going to be really interesting. I hope I don't crash it. I'll probably have a fit and trip or something. I didn't crash my drone like 3 times already. That's why I haven't brought up no drone footage yet. Oh, okay. You got a webcam? Okay. Well, they got some webcams that have a remote control, so it could zoom in, or you can put it on one of those things that pan and tilt. So if you're doing one of your printings or something, and you want to have it watch the machine, you can have it to where it can tilt and stuff. Those things are not very expensive. You could add that to your stream or something like that. But then you could always just have somebody there recording it, and then put that in your streaming software, and then like uh use that chroma key, and then to like have yourself walking in front of your screen while you're doing your printing in the back. I mean, there's always ways to. I mean, I'm not telling you nothing you don't already know. I'm just happy to see somebody's doing something encouraging that they have. You was just wondering if that's what you're. Yeah, yeah. I was talking about that. Yeah, you know, I'm not definitely not a specialist on any VRs and stuff. So when you brought that up, I was like, yeah, that's exactly it. I would like to learn how to control my drone with that. I'd probably wreck it off less often. But motivation, Christian motivation, and those things are really, uh, uh, close to my heart because going through a life threatening experience with the cancer that I've been telling you guys about. I had never been sick in my life. I had always been an athlete. I was in the military. Yeah, I was in the Navy and stuff. So if anybody wanted to know about that, if anybody was in the service, go ahead and put that in the comments because I appreciate each and every one of you service. So let's get that understood. Every time I see a service member with a hat on or something, I'll go out of my way. I'll walk clean across the store to shake a man's hand that's then went to bat for us. I'm with that. But you guys, you've been instrumental in me continuing to do this. My health is on a upward mobility. My the way I feel about myself has been uplifted by these interaction with the people that I've been talking about it. Oh, your dad was in the Air Force. I appreciate his service. I appreciate his service, brother. Definitely, my uncles. I don't know if my grandfather served or not, but he did a lot of stuff, on the base and stuff for the people, with building buildings and stuff. So anything that we can do to help somebody else on their walk or their journey is very effective. Because anytime that you are going to help somebody else achieve what they're going to do, then it's going to be easier for you to achieve the things that you're doing. uh, be able to be an encouragement for someone else, like small creators such as myself. I'm getting close to that 1,000 threshold. So if you guys aren't subscribed, I'd appreciate, it's free to go ahead and subscribe. I mean, sometimes I get to rambling, but anybody that's online is going to ramble. And if you definitely didn't want to hear my mouth, but I have a unique perspective on things because I lived through a lot. I've seen a lot. I have a lot of close friends, a lot of close family members, and I'm developing a lot of beginning relationships with a lot of the people that I'm seeing online because I will. Okay. See you next time, brother. I appreciate you. Uh, the people I come into contact with, it's even the people in other countries. People from the Philippines, people from Africa, numerous, Indonesia, United Kingdom. If anybody's tuning into me from other countries, just shout out. Bye. See you later, controller VR. Appreciate you, man, coming through. Uh, but if you're from another country or you're from another state, I'm in Missouri myself. I'm shouting out St. Joseph, Missouri. So, you know, I guess I'm St. Joseph proud, if you will. This is Kansas City because I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. This isn't a Kansas City Chiefs hat, but it looks similar to it and it didn't cost as much. So I guess we're going to go with that. I guess that's what we do. But excuse me. I should have brought my coffee. I don't know why I didn't grab my coffee when I left. I called myself going to go to the casino for a little while and go in there and they got this one game there that has some buffaloes on it. I like to play it a little bit. I don't do it much because, I don't have any money to be spending on stuff like that. Just something to pass by because I was going to do a live at the river anyway, but it's storming. So, and it wouldn't be wise to stand next to some steep rocks next to the river and it's raining. That don't really make a lot of sense. But encouragement, motivation, inspiration, those things are really important to me. And I see that they're very important to you by you reaching out to my channel. You guys are a big deal. You guys are what makes the internet go. Sometimes, we get on people's channels and listen to them talking and so on and so forth and realize that, you know, you're helping me just as much as I would help anyone else. A cancer survivor, a husband, a grandfather, a brother, you know, the older brother at that. My sisters, I always tell them that they're my older sisters. And if they get on here and watch my stuff, you guys are my older sisters. So you guys take up for me in the comments. Don't let my sisters get on me. I'm sure they will the next time we have a get together. But it has been wonderful. It has been great. I'm definitely going to be going live. I'm going to start doing a normal live. That's the only really way that you can be successful in live is to continue to do it and develop some sort of consistency with it. I really, I take my grandkids to summer school every day. Of course, I take my wife to work and all that stuff. We all have this and that and the other to do. But I definitely will continue to pursue lives at this channel because every time I do a live doing just encouragement, I get encouraged myself. I get encouraged by the comments, the different people that I meet, people that are in the business world, the people that are dealing with personal things, whether it be family tragedies or family triumphs. Now, we're not just into talking about things that are negative. We're into talking about things that are positive for us. Now, when you go to work now, if it didn't go that good yesterday, it's going to go better today. And I want you to take that attitude that don't let nobody knock you off your square. Don't let nobody knock you off that production that you've been putting in. Because we know that you're the best at what you do. Whoever's listening, what you do, you're the best at. I know it because the title wouldn't even go across the screen. You've given yourself a title because that is what you're destined to do. Your purpose is to be the best you and to resonate that in a domino effect to everybody that's around you, whether they're contacted with you online, in person, at the store, or at church. Fellowship, friendship, faith, and forward motion. That is what we're talking about today. And I'm very encouraged, and I'm just encouraged. Until next time, you guys have a wonderful day. And remember, God blesses those who continue to pray to Him, step into His purpose, try God, and He definitely gonna try you. Thank you.